Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, across our beloved Kyber Empire. Listen, you're watching Arnold Helmet News, and this is incredibly important. I don't care what you're doing. I need you guys to clear off your schedule the rest of the day right now. Flash your Kyber Club VIP Plus pass cards. Tell your bosses, tell your employees, we're shutting down for the day. We got so much that we got to talk about right here, right now. There are three big things, technically four, that we're going to talk about today, so expect probably at least 3 videos because it'd be way too much to put in one. I want to make sure it's broken up into their own category. Wow, oh my gosh, I didn't see it coming. It's like I haven't talked about this for several months. Galactic Legends Leia Organa has been officially confirmed. A new raid from Return of the Jedi is coming, and in the later parts of the day, you're going to see another video for the Leviathan kit reveal and Talon Malicos. Holy cow! Galaxy of Heroes is pumping and thumping, y'all. Let's get into it. We have a lot to discuss. In this video, we're going to talk about the Leia Organa kit reveal, the new Galactic Legend, new characters, part 1 of the requirements, a small teaser of what Galactic Legends Leia Organa is going to offer, and the brand new Return of the Jedi raid. Oh my gosh, more raids. I know we were kind of worried, when's the next raid coming? Some people didn't like the requirements for the Crate Dragon. This one's going to probably have some stuff that a lot of you guys should hopefully have up and running. So let's do it. So jokes aside, I'm not going to beg for forgiveness from the people that were saying, oh, you're wrong. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I know what I was talking about. We saw this from a mile away. And that's why you watch Arnold Helmet News. So you get the heads up months in advance before it actually happens. 0.1 bajillion Arnold, 0 for the haters. Just remember that. Leia Organa, the debate was it going to be like a sequel Leia? Endor Leia? There was a lot of people that did not like the idea of Endor Leia. Leia felt like she was not Galactic Legend worthy, which I can maybe see. I for sure thought the sequel Leia, General Organa, would be. But it looks like we're getting Endor Leia. They're calling it Galactic Legends Leia Organa. So we're still a little ways out before we get her, but they wanted to give you a rundown of the character, the general design. We already have part 1 of the requirements. They're releasing a brand new character. And I actually had to look. I had to look up who the heck is Princess Kanisa. But they're also creating another unique character for the first time as well, called Drogon. So a lot of cool stuff here. Let's get into it. So their lead designer for Leia Organa had to say, while designing Leia, I was trying to create a character that would be leading a tactical assault against an enemy. Leia was always a vocal and invisible leader of the Rebel Alliance, and her being in charge of the battlefield should be reflected in her in-game strategy. Each ability allows the player to pick the best target to accomplish a goal. This could mean, based on the enemy role, a high priority target, or use one of your allies to deliver a powerful blow. Also, by being such a notable target, she is naturally drawing the attention of the enemy. And if they fail to accomplish their goal of prioritizing her, they will be punished. So they didn't make any indications like a sequel. It sounds like they're really honing it to the time we saw her inside of Return of the Jedi, and of course the raid kind of tips the hat as well. So they already give us part 1 of the requirements. You guys know the drill. Jabba the Hutt was roughly announced around this time, and then we got Jabba, was it like September, October, something of that matter. So it's going to be a couple months before we get it, but we have Captain Rex. That was the one that really started to say, I think we're getting close to Leia, and of course we have the Ewok login, and of course all the math that we just saw. There was a lot of undergeared Ewoks. Well, now they're giving you an incentive to take those Ewoks a little higher. So Captain Rex, brand new unit, absolutely bangerific. If you want to see the in-depth review, there's a card in the top right-hand corner. Relic 7. It's not Relic 8, not Relic 9, it's still a little steep, but the thing is, this is going to be a character you're going to want to have. I think Relic 7's a bit overkill in the guy. He does the job well at low gear, but the good news is you're getting a great character. Princess Kanisa, which they talk a little bit about here. It's supposed to be like a new Ewok, I'm guessing, if I understand it. I had no idea who this is. I hope it looks like... I don't know why, man. Ewoks give me a good laugh. We have Wicket, gonna be needed at Relic 3, Lando Calrissian Relic 5, Admiral Akbar, surprisingly, Relic 3. So far, nothing, no Relic 8s, no Relic 9s. Jabba looked pretty reasonable. Actually, there was a trend where we were going up with the Relic requirements, and Jabba kind of turned it on its head, and we kind of went backwards a little bit, which was a little bit surprising. So far, we don't see any nesting down legendaries. I'm assuming C-3PO is gonna be needed or something like that, would kind of be thematic. So as they say here, they'll release the second part of the character requirements at a later date. I'm guessing later this month, early next month at the best. So be sure to keep a look out on the forums. But here's her basic ability. So they're kind of doing something new. They're kind of giving us a little teaser, a little sample of what she's looking like. And that was another thing that was kind of tip in hand. When we try to predict Galactic Legends, there's a difference between wish, wants, And being realistic and looking at a spreadsheet, when you look at the spreadsheet, there was a lot of unused Rebels, undergeared Ewoks, and that's where they look for the next Galactic Legend. The Rebels, one of the biggest factions in the game, one of the most prominent factions of Star Wars, had no Galactic Legend. Well, what do you know? Leia's basic ability, we don't know what the name is here. She's gonna deal damage, and she's giving retribution to Rebels on a basic. Holy cow, that's pretty darn scary. We thought retribution was broken on Kenobi, the General Kenobi with the special. It's on a freaking basic. And then also, on her turn, deal bonus true damage to target enemy equal to 10% of the damage of other Rebel allies received since her last turn. So it's kind of like, what is it, steadfast retribution of conquest, but it builds up, and boom, big burst damage. And then deal additional effects based on a target enemy's roll. Connection loss. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, so connection loss. So they cut off the kit reveal at that point. So wow, basic abilities already looking darn good. Rebels, Ewoks. I don't know how high we're gonna take everything else, but I assume there's gonna be a couple more Ewoks. But let's wait. Now they're talking about the GL Leia event, the return of the Jedi raid. Man, it sounds pretty interesting what they're doing. They've been really experimenting with the Dash Rendar formula. They brought it back for the Cal Kestis event, and they seem to be kind of bringing some of that in here as well. But wait, there's more. That's right. We wanted to give you a sneak peek at the upcoming new raid. Guys, I can't explain. If you weren't here, it kind of was a sad feeling when they kind of said there was no more raids coming, and then they finally came up with this new model. The idea that we're getting another raid. Now I'm curious how that's going to work with the reward structure. Is that going to be better than a Crate Dragon raid? There's more questions than answers right now, but I'm just happy. I want to play these little Star Wars key moments with you guys. I want to live it myself inside of my pocket. And the fact that now we're getting another raid, and who knows, maybe a third raid by the end of the year that uses different requirements that might be more appealing to you guys, really gets me excited. So as promised, we're looking to bring a brand new featured raid, the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, after the release of the Galactic Legend, Leia Organa. So I'm guessing, what is that, September? Probably September, October. This is because because she'll be featured, the featured player in the raid, much like Jabba the Hutt, which makes sense. Well, Jabba the Hutt was needed for the Crate Dragon raid. But what will this raid entail? Well, we've been getting all this 40th anniversary Star Wars Return of the Jedi teasers, still no Red 5 stuff. I don't know, the Red 5 thing, maybe it was just indicate we're getting a Return of the Jedi stuff. I don't know. The Red 5 thing, we never got any ships out of it, but who knows, could still happen. But anyways, with the 40th anniversary of Star Wars Return of the Jedi in full swing, we thought it would be great if we could bring our own unique spin to the classic speeder bike pursuit from the movie. Using the motion tech we pioneered from the Dash Rendar level in the Starkiller event, and we talked about the Cal Kestis one, we'll bring to Galaxy Heroes a brand new way of viewing and playing the game, so you can get that side profile. Your squad will be racing through the forest of the moon of frickin' Endor, dodging trees, avoiding rocks, and skimming over the ground at breakneck speeds in pursuit of the Imperial Scout Troopers. Now, I hope we get this character. That would be kind of interesting if we finally get a Scout Trooper, but you'll be asked to bring 3 characters from the list below. These characters will have their abilities change for the raid, as they will all be zooming along on the Z40-7 speeder bikes as seen in the movie. There are 8 new abilities, a unique basic shared by all characters, and 7 special abilities that characters will get 1 or 2 based on their current abilities in their kit. Additionally, all these replacement abilities will not be doing traditional damage, but scoring points in the raid via applying different types of stacking effects onto other enemies. When any of these stacks reach a certain level, the enemy will be defeated, scoring you an even larger amount of points. We're working hard to bring these defeats to you as epic cinematic moments, a visual payoff for your strategic gameplay. So maybe you see someone crash into a tree or crash into each other. I want to pause here for a moment before we talk about Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker and his importance in this raid. I gotta just say, I've been very happy and impressed that they're experimenting with the raid, giving some new raid format, different raid experiences throughout the year, and more importantly, just not making it general cookie cutter. Here's 4 phases. This is what happens. I like that everything's got a little bit different taste, a little bit different flair, unique challenge, and just the gameplay is gonna be a little bit different than the traditional experience. So I know people are bummed about the Crate Dragon raid 4 phases, but I think it's starting to make sense. We're gonna have a lot of mini raid experience, different types of teams that you're going to need. So that's me, at least. I'm really liking the direction of the raids. I got to wait for the next few raids to come before I come with a final opinion. But right now, I kind of like the newer raid formula than before. I feel like the old raid formula got outdated very quickly. This seems a little bit more interesting, especially the frequency. This is coming out. I don't know. Roast me in the comments. I could be wrong. I got to wait for the next raids to come out to have a more final opinion. But anyways, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, going to be important. For example, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker gets his repulse ability replaced with Divert Attention. Using this during the raid will apply stacks of distract on the enemy scout trooper. When the scout reaches a certain threshold of distract stacks based on the raid difficulty level and the type of scout you're facing, so the more relics, the higher the tier you can do, the trooper will look back and he be oblivious to the obstacle in his path that they will inevitably crash into to defeat him. So kind of like we said, like a little cinematic crashing into a tree potentially. And don't think we forget about how your mods, unique abilities will work either. Pause for a moment. The crate dragger raid was evident. Yeah, having teams is cool, the right ones. If you're not modding right, you're not getting the right runs. Mods, I'd say, were probably more important than the actual requirements themselves. That's the biggest thing that's really a turnoff for a lot of people. Increasing Luke's potency will increase the amount of distract stats applied with each use. So now we're making certain mods that's more important. Potency was never important for Jedi Luke Skywalker. Now it kind of is. Different stats will affect different abilities, and we'll have a full list available to everyone before the raid is released. As we know, there will be some deep theory crafting and optimization made for the 3-person squads you'll be bringing into the raid. So like a 3v3 raid. Again, I'm open to trying new interesting stuff. So far this sounds interesting. Let's wait to get an application. I've been enjoying the crate dragger raid for the most part. The only downside is that if you don't have the right teams, you're kind of out of luck, but you can use low gear on things. And the other thing is the frequency. I sometimes forget, oh crap, another raid started. So that's my problem. So here are the planned units that are going to be allowed. So things could change as always, but I'd say probably this is mostly final. So you got Admiral Akbar, C-3PO, Chewbacca, the legendary version. You have the raid version of Han Solo, Harrison Dula, Lando Calrissian. Again, a lot of the stuff probably going to be needed for the new Galactic Legends, Leia Organa, Wedge Antilles, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, Chief Chirpa, Ewok Elder, Ewok Scout, Low Grade Poplu, Tebow, Wicket, Admiral Piet. This is where I'm saying I think a lot of you guys, I think more people are going to be able to play this raid than the crate dragger. Not everyone had Jawas, maybe Tuskens. Hut Cartel was still a little new. If you don't have Admiral Piet and you've been playing for a couple years, what are you doing? Admiral Piet, Iden, Versio, Moff Gideon, Stormtrooper, Range Trooper, Magma Trooper, Death Trooper, Short Trooper, General Veers, Colonel Stark. So this one, I think a lot more people are going to enjoy just from the accessibility. There's this thing, like people might have had the requirements, but it's a mental thing. You want to do the highest tier, and it kind of feels bad when you can't do the highest tier. Even though you're getting a max run at a low tier, you want to do the tier 6 or whatever. So I think a lot of people are going to sit on Relic 8 Piets, for example. So I think this is going to be a little bit more accessible. These are a lot of legacy characters that we got sitting around in the bank. A lot of people have Relic 8 Chewbacca's and stuff like that. Han Solos for the Millennium Falcon. Looks pretty good. So as they're saying here, you can expect this experience to come sometime towards the fall, end of this year. So October, November of some sort. Makes me wonder if they're going to like announce another raid like in the next couple months and say, all right, it's going to be staggered later on. We're excited for you to tackle this raid in the near future. I am extremely excited. I'm just so happy there's frequent raids coming to Galaxy of Heroes now. But now we have a few more things we got to talk about. We have the new Princess Kinisa. I'm probably butchering that. I'm going to get corrected by the one person who saw whatever this thing was. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm the biggest Kinisa fan out there. And then also we have a little tidbit on the new Drogon character. So first, a tidbit from the designer working on the tiny but mighty Princess Kinisa. It might be Nisa. I'm going to say Kinisa. Working on Princess Kinisa has been fun. My heart nearly exploded when I found. I mean, I just want to say something, guys. It's pretty crazy that we're digging into characters like this. If you're not sure how long Galaxy is going to be around, as long as they can still keep finding characters that they can add, even characters you probably, I know this is on no one's bingo card, I assure you, they can keep doing that. They have so many characters they can pull out still. Heck, they can bring out the Death Stick guy from episode 2 or something. Anyways, so his heart nearly exploded when I found out I was going to designer. Ewoks have always been my favorite creature species in the Star Wars galaxy. Without giving too much away, expect Kinisa to raise Ewoks' power level and lift their meta rankings. Ewoks, I'm guessing, are not going to be a joke anymore. Like, I'm gearing up my Ewoks to my free-to-play account to get C-3PO. I'm keeping it as low as possible, like sub-gear 12 type of stuff. Might be a reason to take it up for Leia as well as this lifter unit for the Ewoks. Next up, here comes a new character, new original character to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, Drogon. Now, when I looked up Drogon, no real reference except this Warhammer reference here, a guy named Drogon right here. Funny enough, he was an Inquisitor apparently. I don't know much about Warhammer. There's a few units that we have. Geonosis and Brood Alpha was like the first original. And then we had Shorty being the second original. And now we're getting a third original character. What I mean by original is a character being born into the official canon Star Wars universe created by Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Kind of cool. Other games kind of do this. I know Marvel Strike Force has created a couple different ones. Like they created Deadpool, they created Kestrel. People still don't know who the hell Kestrel is if you know Marvel Strike Force memes. Anyways, so Drogon, they're designing it to be a rebel captain who fought with the rebellion on Endor and is a key part of the GLA squad since birth. Drogon has not just had a limb difference, but also a sense of justice and passion to help those in need. So he has a limb difference. So it sounds like an alien type of species with multiple arms, I'm guessing, and a passion to help those in need. From the start, we focus on designing Drogon to not only be authentic, but also a character that feels part of a broader Star Wars universe. We are excited to welcome Drogon to the squad and look forward to other ways we can broaden inclusive design in our game. Again, just having the honor and Lucasfilm saying, yeah, make a character for Star Wars. I can't emphasize that really just shows how far the relationship between Capital Games and Lucasfilm has gone, that Lucasfilm trusts Capital Games to create these interesting characters. This is a part of official lore out there. So you better tell people like Eckhart's Ladder, Star Wars Theory, and the others who talk about Star Wars lore, you better start learning up on this. We got a new character coming to town. And then so at the end here, thanks for reading this month's Road Ahead. A reminder that many of these announcements are still in development and details are subject to change. We hope you're excited for the new raid and everything else we have announced today. So yes, there's gonna be several other videos just for the sake of time, making sure everyone gets the information at their own pace. We're gonna be talking about the new, it looks like it's gonna be the Conquest unit. I'm still waiting for them to officially confirm it. Terran Malicos is coming, and then we're also going to talk about the Leviathan kit reveal and the release date. Holy cow, what a busy day. Truthfully, a fireworks show after the 4th of July, and I just want to say one more time, I want people to know when I do speculation, I feel like it's pretty intelligent speculation. Like, it's pretty reasonable. Like, you know, you're making good assumptions. You're kind of looking at the science, math, and history of Galaxy of Heroes. We kind of had a suspicion way back that this was coming. But the second I saw this, is like, there's gonna be a Galactic Legends Leia. I just thought the debate was at that point, is it a sequel Leia, Endor Leia? It's been fun seeing the argument on whose it should be, but it seems like Endor Leia is gonna be the way to go. Man, I am beyond thrilled, y'all. Today's a day which makes me love playing Galaxy of Heroes. Let me know your thoughts down below. Stay tuned. On HoloNet News has more coming your way very shortly. But until we meet again in a very short few moments, always remember how it's great to be in the Empire today. Great to be in the Empire today. The sun never sets.